a structure so massive that calling it just a train station feels almost insulting. We're talking about a transportation marvel that spans over 1.22 million square meters, dwarfing 170 soccer fields combined. To put that in perspective, you could fit New York's iconic Grand Central Terminal inside this beast 5 times over and still have room left. This isn't science fiction. This is Chongqing East Railway Station, and it's already operational, already changing lives, and already rewriting the rules of what urban infrastructure can be. But here's what makes this story truly fascinating. This isn't just about breaking records or showing off engineering prowess. This is about solving a problem that's haunted one of Earth's largest metropolitan areas for generations. Chongqing, a sprawling megacity tucked into the mountainous terrain of southwestern China, is home to over 30 million souls. That's more people than the entire population of Australia. For centuries, this city's dramatic landscape of river valleys and steep mountain ridges made it breathtakingly beautiful but brutally difficult to navigate. The geography that gives Chongqing its character also trapped it, limiting growth and connectivity until now. What China has erected on the eastern edge of this ancient city represents more than just ambitious construction. It's a glimpse into how megacities of the future might organize themselves around mobility hubs that do far more than move people from point A to point B. Chongqing East isn't just a station where you catch a train. It's an 8-level vertical city unto itself, featuring high-speed rail platforms, subway connections, shopping districts, business offices, and hotel accommodations all stacked and interwoven into a single architectural organism. During peak operational hours, this facility processes 16,000 travelers every 60 minutes. That's roughly 270 people per minute being efficiently moved through a space designed to eliminate chaos rather than create it. The real genius, though, becomes apparent when you step outside. Surrounding the terminal is an entirely new urban district being built from scratch, designed specifically to orbit this transportation nucleus. This concept, which Chinese urban planners call station-city integration, fundamentally challenges traditional thinking about how cities grow and how their parts relate to one another. So how did Chongqing end up needing something this colossal? The answer lies in understanding both the city's unique geography and China's broader strategic vision for its western territories. Chongqing occupies a peculiar position in China's urban hierarchy. Despite housing more residents than many entire nations, it remains relatively unknown to most international travelers. The city stretches along the Yangtze and Jialing rivers, its districts climbing steep hillsides and spreading across valleys in a complex three-dimensional puzzle. Those dramatic elevation changes create stunning views, with bridges stacked upon bridges, connecting neighborhoods that seem to exist on completely different planes of reality. But that same topography creates nightmarish logistical challenges. Simple trips across town can involve navigating serpentine roads that zigzag up mountainsides, crossing multiple river spans, or finding your way through tunnels carved through solid rock. Transportation isn't just convenience here. It's the essential circulatory system keeping the urban body alive. For much of its history, Chongqing's connections to the rest of China were frustratingly inadequate. Rail lines had to snake through mountain passes and follow river valleys, making journeys lengthy and unpredictable. When China launched its high-speed rail revolution during the 2000s, Chongqing gradually gained faster links to other major cities. Chongqing North Station became the primary gateway for these new services, offering travel times that would have seemed impossible just years earlier. Yet success brought its own problems. As Chongqing's economy boomed and its population continued swelling, passenger demand exploded. Chongqing North Station, designed for one era, quickly found itself overwhelmed by the next. During holidays and peak travel seasons, platforms became dangerously crowded. The mountainous surroundings that made the city beautiful also made expanding existing facilities extraordinarily complicated and prohibitively expensive. Meanwhile, national planners in Beijing were drawing up 2 interconnected master plans that would reshape China's economic geography. The first, called the Chengdu-Chongqing Twin City Economic Circle, aimed to transform these 2 southwestern metropolises into an economic powerhouse, rivaling the coastal regions. The second was even more ambitious. The 8 vertical, 8 horizontal high-speed rail network, an infrastructure scheme designed to weave every major Chinese city into a unified, seamlessly connected web. Chongqing's geographical position made it a natural intersection point for multiple corridors within this grid. But capitalizing on that strategic location required more than tweaking existing facilities. It demanded something entirely new, a terminal capable of handling future passenger volumes that hadn't even materialized yet, while simultaneously serving as the foundation for a completely new urban district that could drive economic development for generations. In 2019, the decision crystallized. Chongqing would build a brand new station on its eastern flank, one engineered from the ground up to be more than just infrastructure. Construction crews mobilized in 2022. Remarkably, just 38 months later, passengers were walking through its doors. What emerged from that compressed timeline defies easy description. The completed facility operates across 8 distinct levels, both above and below ground. The upper sections house 15 platforms servicing 29 separate tracks, handling both bullet trains and conventional rail services. Below ground, entire floors dedicate themselves to metro interchange points, bus terminals, multi-story parking structures, and commercial zones filled with shops and restaurants. The architecture itself makes a statement. A wave-like canopy stretches across 120,000 square meters of roof space, weighing more than 16,000 tons. This massive overhead structure rests on distinctive tree-shaped columns, their branching forms inspired by the Huanghe tree, Chongqing's official city tree. These aren't merely decorative flourishes. The columns' spreading designs support enormous weight while creating space for skylights that flood the concourses with natural illumination, dramatically reducing electricity consumption during daylight hours. But focusing solely on the terminal misses the larger vision at work. This facility anchors a 3.5-kilometer development zone. Planners call the East Station Hub New City. Within walking distance of the platforms, office towers, hotels, retail complexes, and public plazas are rising. The concept flips traditional urban planning on its head. Instead of building transportation to serve existing neighborhoods, this approach uses transportation as the seed around which entirely new neighborhoods crystallize. Disembark from your train, and you're not entering some transitional space between places. You're already at your destination, surrounded by everything a modern urban center offers. This design philosophy aims to accomplish multiple objectives simultaneously: pull development toward Chongqing's eastern districts, create economic opportunities in previously underutilized areas, and reduce pressure on the city's congested older neighborhoods. Executing this vision in just over 3 years presented extraordinary challenges. Chongqing's eastern districts experience brutal summers, with temperatures routinely exceeding 40 degrees Celsius. The rugged terrain required massive earth-moving operations just to create level ground for the platforms and halls. Then came the task of lifting that 120,000 square meter roof, with its 16,500 tons of steel and glass, into position above the concourse without compromising safety or structural integrity. Meeting such aggressive deadlines demanded cutting-edge construction technology. Laser-guided bulldozers graded earth with millimeter-level precision. Robotic screeding machines leveled concrete, allowing work to continue through extreme heat without exposing workers to dangerous conditions. Specialized glass installation robots hoisted 800-kilogram panels into exact positions. AI-powered safety patrol units continuously monitored the construction site, identifying potential hazards before they caused injuries. This technological approach yielded impressive results. Work efficiency tripled compared to conventional construction methods. Labor costs dropped by nearly 50%. Heat-related workplace accidents remained minimal despite the challenging climate. The design also exploits Chongqing's dramatic topography in clever ways. Rail platforms sit on elevated decks, with passenger concourses, metro connections, and commercial spaces tucked underneath. This bridge plus building approach creates nearly 400,000 square meters of functional space beneath the tracks, shortens walking distances for passengers, and conserves more than 20 hectares of land, compared to traditional horizontal layouts. Chongqing East's true significance, however, extends well beyond its physical dimensions. The station connects directly with 4 metro lines, creating seamless transfers between regional and urban transit. Line 6 already operates. Lines 24 and 27 are under construction, while Line 8 remains in planning stages. Once complete, passengers will move between bullet trains and city subways without ever stepping outdoors, a blessing when summer temperatures soar above 40 degrees. Large bus terminals, taxi queues, long-distance coach bays, and parking facilities integrate into the complex, creating what planners call a zero-transfer hub. The economic implications are substantial. Businesses gravitate toward locations offering easy access. The concentration of transit options makes the area attractive for corporate offices, retail developments, and hospitality ventures. For individuals, the impact manifests in transformed daily possibilities. Students traveling to Chengdu now complete journeys in roughly 1 hour, rather than 4 or 5. Business travelers reaching Beijing depart in the morning and arrive by mid-afternoon. Once all metro connections become operational, suburban residents will ride directly to the station and transfer to high-speed trains without exposure to the elements. In global context, Chongqing East occupies a category essentially unto itself. Grand Central Terminal in New York encompasses approximately 190,000 square meters. Nagoya Station in Japan measures around 410,000. Guangzhou South, among China's busiest, covers roughly 615,000. Chongqing East more than doubles that figure. Some facilities, like Tokyo's Shinjuku Station, handle higher daily passenger counts, but they achieve this through multiple interconnected structures, rather than one unified building. Chongqing East stands alone as a single, continuous architectural space, merging transportation and urban functionality. Its position within China's rail network amplifies its importance. Chongqing East serves as the central junction for the new Chongqing-Xiamen corridor, linking southwestern and southeastern China. Future connections include the planned Shanghai-Chongqing-Chengdu route and the Chongqing-Wanzhou line extending northeast. This positioning places the station within China's national 8 vertical, 8 horizontal framework, the master blueprint for complete high-speed connectivity. From this hub, trains radiate north, south, east, and west, making it a legitimate crossroads for the entire nation. For Western China, this facility represents more than convenience. Historically, the region's mountainous geography constrained development and limited access to coastal markets and manufacturing centers. With Chongqing functioning as a high-speed hub, goods and people now move rapidly to ports, production facilities, and economic centers. This supports China's Belt and Road Initiative by connecting interior provinces to international trade corridors through both high-speed and conventional rail links. Government officials envision Chongqing East as a catalyst for Western development, helping redistribute economic growth away from coastal concentration toward interior regions. Sustainability considerations are woven throughout the design. Chongqing East achieved China's highest 3-star green building certification. Solar panels covering sections of the roof generate renewable electricity. Skylights minimize daytime artificial lighting requirements. A centralized heating and cooling system serves the entire district, improving energy efficiency. Rainwater collection and reuse systems reduce water consumption. Smart climate controls respond to occupancy levels, eliminating waste. Because the facility integrates so thoroughly with metro and bus networks, fewer passengers arrive by private car, reducing traffic congestion and emissions. Yet perhaps the most intriguing question isn't about what Chongqing East is, but what it represents. As transportation hubs grow larger and more integrated into urban fabric, are we witnessing the emergence of a new urban archetype? Will future cities increasingly organize themselves around these mobility nodes that function simultaneously as transit points, commercial centers, and community anchors? Traditional city centers evolved gradually, shaped by history, commerce, and geography. These new station cities are being designed intentionally, with every element carefully orchestrated to serve multiple functions. The implications could be profound. If successful, this model might reshape how we think about urban planning, commuting, and the relationship between movement and place. What's undeniable is that Chongqing East will influence how millions of people move through this region of China for decades ahead. It's not merely where journeys begin and end. It's become a destination itself, a place where the act of traveling and the experience of urban life have merged into something previous generations would have struggled to imagine. In a nation known for thinking big and building bigger, Chongqing East stands as perhaps the most literal expression yet of infrastructure as urban destiny. Time will reveal whether this model of station-city integration becomes the template for megacities worldwide, or remains a distinctly Chinese solution to distinctly Chinese challenges. For now, it stands as an undeniable testament to what becomes possible when ambition, technology, and necessity converge at a scale only modern China seems capable of achieving.